Hi and welcome to my wee channel, The Wandering Cult. So as my title says, what's with Pitlochry? But I'm jumping the gun. Pitlochry is a small town on the banks of the River Tummel. The areas of Pitlochry and Moulin are much older. The church in Moulin, in fact, was granted to Dunfermline Abbey by the Earl of Atholl, a local landowner, in the 1100s. The route of the town centre follows the old military road built to chase the Highlanders during the 1745 rebellion. And not much happened until a chance visit by Queen Victoria in 1842 on what was known at the time as a grand tour. It was further boosted in popularity by the coming of the railways. A station was constructed in 1863. So I guess if it was good enough for a person controlling the majority of the globe, that is the British Empire, it was certainly good enough for tourists too. Robert Louis Stevenson, for instance, he of Treasure Island, and a family famous for building lighthouses, although there's not much call for them in Pitlochry. I guess he was just enjoying a rest here when he stayed at the famous Fisher's Hotel in 1881 with his family. The town has two whisky distilleries. I'm not a fan of whisky, to be fair. Hey, not all Scots like whisky. But one of the distilleries dates back to 1798, so it must be popular if they're still making it. The Edredore is the smallest in Scotland, employing only 3 people and making 12 casks a week. Apart from the shops, what has Pitlochry to offer? Beautiful scenery and a dam. Part of Scotland's hydroelectric plan, Pitlochry was chosen and construction started in 1947. The dam and, of course, the power station with the turbines were completed in 1951. This is only one part of the Loch Tummel hydro power scheme, joining another 8 power stations and reservoirs. The area dammed off is now known as Loch Fascally. The Pitlochry Festival Theatre is a fantastic building which is just down from the dam and has daily shows. Football. The Vale of Atholl, founded in 1879, have appeared in the Scottish Cup on quite a few occasions, playing against the likes of Dundee and Hibernian. So why do people flock here in the summer? Well, hill walking for one. Schiehallion and Benverachy are within walking distance. There is of course fishing in Loch Tummel, which is stocked with salmon, and the town does have a chocolate box looking town centre, which is largely unchanged from the Victorian area, complete with cast iron canopies along one side of the street. It kind of put me in mind of Harrogate, I think, or I might be wrong, let me know. Famous people. Sir Robert Watson Watt lived here for many years, mostly during the summer months. Who was he? Well, in conjunction with Arnold Wilkins, he invented radar. His system was used to identify incoming Luftwaffe aircraft during the Battle of Britain in 1940. Without it, Britain would have lost not only their battle but probably been forced out of the war too. Funny enough, when the great man was visiting Canada in the 1950s, he fell foul of a police speed trap, the cop catching him using, you guessed it, a radar gun. He turned to the policeman saying, "Had I known what you were going to do with it, I would never have invented it." So even though he was born in Brechin, he did spend much of his adult life in Pitlochry. If you haven't subscribed yet, and you like these videos, maybe you could subscribe, share with your friends and family, and even buy me a coffee. That was worth a try. I'll shut up now and let you watch in peace. Well, that was Pitlochry. A nice enough wee place, but I suppose it's great value as a coach trip and as a handy stop off as you head up to Aviemore, but it's not a place I would head to that often. I mean, I could go to places that are more beautiful with 10 times the history and a lot better facilities, but it's not all about me. It's a nice place, and if you enjoy it, I guess that's all that matters. It sure does look good when the sun is shining. So as I look at the big clock on the wall, I see that once again time has beaten us, so until the next time, bye.